And there's other herbal complexes that do this, but this is a pretty complete herbal complex that helps with what we call SIBO, Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth, or SIFO, Small Intestinal Fungal Overgrowth. This is essentially like the microbiome is in dysbiosis, it's overgrown, the good stuff is deficient, and the not so good stuff is overgrowing, and there leads to a lot of bloating and constipation. So this helps push back the overgrowth and helps with resetting the microbiome back to its original state, which I always do if somebody's like, I drink water and I feel bloated, or it doesn't matter what I eat, I'm sensitive to all the foods in the entire world. That's just, you don't need to do a SIBO breath test. They probably have it, and it doesn't take an expensive test to kind of fix the problem. So I like BioClear for that. If we're out of this,
can we, with each one, talk about what dosage you would recommend?
Yeah.
For that.
So, this is, I usually say take 2 a day, this one on an empty stomach. If it makes you nauseous, any of these, if they make you nauseous, you take it with food. Some things I want you to take with food for digestion. But this one is on an empty stomach to really hit those microbes in the gut. If we run out of this, there's on Fullscript, I historically have used 2 formulas that go together called Candibactin, AR and BR. And actually those formulas have been studied against an antibiotic, against rifaximin. Rifaximin is an antibiotic used for SIBO, and they found that it works just as good, if not even a little bit better, than the antibiotic. So Candibactin, AR, and BR, you guys, if you don't have access to send things on Fullscript, some of you do, I think some of you don't, but just let us know.
If I'm understanding correctly, SIBO is a situation where the small intestine, which should not have any bacteria, gets bacteria from the large intestine, where the bacteria, even the good bacteria, reside. So it sort of makes its way up into the small intestine, and there's bacteria where it shouldn't be, which is why it's called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. These formulas, namely BioClear and what you mentioned, the Candibactin,
correct,
are sort of what would be called, they're not antibiotics, they're antimicrobials, which essentially make the environment not hostile to your gut, but hostile to the bacteria that should be there.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. The small intestine is a sterile organ. It should have no bacteria in it. So when it migrates from the colon to the small intestine, we have a problem. And it migrates when there's dysmotility, when it's not moving. And it becomes like a circulating problem because it's not moving, so they're more constipated, so they get worse SIBO. It's not very fun. So BioClear always for SIBO.